I'm going to try to set this up so you can see. I'm going to screw around with some boards or whatever. I'm going to get my computer set up so that I can read your comments or something. I don't know. I'm going to figure this out. It's all new. So, yeah. Hopefully people see that I'm doing this and join. I'm not really sure how to, can I rotate it? Or, no, it won't. So we're going to have to do it this type of viewing. Smartphone cameraing. Let's see here. Alright, kind of got you in place. Let's see, what should we mess with first? I got to take the power supply out of that, that Dell, and so I can test a couple motherboards that have been hanging on the wall for a while. So, oh yeah, computer first. I don't know how to do all this stuff. This is all new. I'll figure out live streaming one of these days. If I can log in on my account on a computer and hopefully be able to read comments and work at the same time, because I can't just look up at my phone here. It's way up. See what happens here. There's going to be lots of noise and random things going on in this, so I apologize ahead of time. Maybe random quiet spots where I'm not talking. We'll see if I can view the live stream on my computer. Maybe. We'll see. How's everybody's Thursday going? I don't know. I'm glad it's almost Friday tomorrow, so that'd be nice. Let's see here. How do I view live stream stuff? Can I do it? Guess that shows that I have a live video going. There we go. Can I chat? I gotta mute my laptop, I suppose, so I don't get any echoing. That would be helpful. Okay, yeah, sorry about the orientation of this. If you're watching on a phone, it probably is great. If you're on a computer, not so much. But that's how it is with the phone. So I'm gonna set my computer to the side, and we'll pull that case out of here and pull the power supply out. Oh yeah, I set it in the other room. Hold on. Okay, this thing's really needs to be cleaned yet anyway. But the previous video of all this stuff, this poor beat up Dell Dimension, I'm going to get this put together and cleaned up one of these days. So let's get. I hate these covers so much. I don't know if anybody's ever messed with these particular covers, but the amount of force it takes to get these off, I usually have to hit it, and if this gets loud, I'm sorry. There we go. This thing needs it. Oh, I've never even showed that on the video, how rusty this thing was, but anyway, that's alright. Oh, this is a messy video. I guess that's how live streams go. I'm doing alright, I guess. I'm looking at the comments quick. Hopefully you're doing alright too. So let's get the power supply out of here. That's what I need. Crusty old machines, man. There we go. This should be the right power supply for that other board. We'll find out. I should say other two boards. How is this one? What do we got going on here? I don't think I've ever seen it clip like that. What's that about? I don't know. My screwdriver. There we go. Anyway. I see some of my familiar names for people that watch anyway. Can I create an RC car? Probably if I knew enough, had enough stuff. I don't really, it's not something I mess with, so I wouldn't have any parts or pieces laying around. Only 2 screws holding this in. This is hard to deal with. I did not want to throw everything around. Okay, I should have unplugged other stuff first. Yeah. Oh. Okay, making a mess. You know, I thought this would be a little more peaceful of a stream. Okay, this thing is so much dirt. Can you see inside that thing? This was a well-loved PC. It got some use. Probably one of the dirtier ones I've had in a while. Okay, we're going to use this power line. I'm going to set this aside. We already know this works. And I'll get some of those 2 motherboards that have been sitting to air drying for a while. They are hanging in the ceiling. I will grab that. And I had it just wired up and stuck in the ceiling for a couple days to dry off because I washed these. It's still kind of dirty, not bad though. Compared to what it was, if you watched the previous video, these were pretty dirty. I mean, stored in a barn, so we'll see. I'm sure with I'll put that processor back in. I bet this one worked fine. Didn't look like anything was damaged. I think it was pulled from something that probably worked anyway. Got one more in the ceiling here. Dual fans or double vents? I think it's just yeah, there's 2 fans in that PC case. Let's see. Yeah, them computers get pretty dirty. Your IBM, I believe it. This one is an older board. I mean, I call it older because the way the RAM slots are, these are different than this one. Early, probably it's just a Pentium 1 socket, I'm not sure. I guess I could look up some information, but this one's pretty crusty. The odds of this one working may not be as good. That's probably from capacitor leakage, all this corrosion here. And there's some stuff on the back here too, so I don't have a lot of hope for this one, and I may not have the right processor. I'm going to try the, I think it's a Celeron I have or something. But we'll mess with this one first because I got a processor already. It came with one, and we'll see if it gets any life. I'm sure it will. Of course, I don't have the plug-in. I'll have to guess when to jump to turn it on. But get some of the metal things out of the way here. This is a very messy video. It's not my normal style of videoing, but you know, I figured I'd try it once, especially making to 100 subscribers. That's something different. I didn't expect that. Okay. This should be the right power supply, but I could be wrong. Crunchy. Is that going to work? Not sure which way this plugs in. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's see, where's my postcard at? Yeah, I really didn't think I'd hit 100 subscribers. Thanks. Yeah, it's just fun. I've been having fun with this so far, and I guess if people like this, I will keep doing it. Why not? You know, something to keep me busy anyway. Let's see. What do I need? What do I need? There, postcard. I need that. Where did I put that at? I was using it in the last video. I really need to reorganize my space. It's a disaster. Oh, okay, it's in the other computer. Hold on. Need that. There we go. We need this piece. This will help us determine if there's any CPU activity or not. Really handy little thing. Works with PCI or ISA slots, so just use the ISA, that don't matter. Okay, I will need memory. I can try these. I don't know if this is going to work. 32 meg chip. Okay. Grab the processor, which is someplace over here. There it is. This was the one that was in there. Pentium MMX chip. I don't know the speed. I'm not sure how to decode the numbers on these things. Like the older ones, they would generally say on them at 100. So that's that early one. Oh yeah, I have them here too. So whatever. But these, when they went to these numbering, it's kind of, I don't know. If anybody else knows, let me know. Okay, plug this in. We're getting somewhere. That slides in beautifully. Okay. Need power plug. Where we got that? Where? Why? You can never find anything when you want it. It should be sitting right here. Just using it the other night. Got wires everywhere. It's a serious mess. Wires and computers everywhere. Okay, that monitor's plugged in there. I'll need that anyway. Where is the other cable? There we go. I had to dig for the dumb thing. Okay, what else are we talking about? Pentium 2 in your unit. Stock. Yeah, definitely. There's my phone making noise. Wish it wouldn't do that while you're live streaming, but okay. Power supply arming. Okay, I have no idea which pin to jumper though. Let's see, grab a screwdriver. Power on, it's gonna be one of these things. There we go. We got life. I don't have a monitor hooked up. We have postcodes though. Where's the cable? There we go. Really? It's not gonna plug in? Come on now. There we go. All right. Can't run it too long. That's gonna get hot. So this board, I'll take my phone off quick here. Is working. That's awesome, and it's the right memory. Make sure that's not getting too hot. That's gonna heat up quick. Don't have a cooler on it right now. I'm going to unplug that so don't overheat it. Well, I didn't have to do much to this one, I guess. It just works. I do have a couple different cache chips to try in here too, for performance wise, to help the CPU, and it might work better. So I actually have a couple of those chips. I'll have to put this in. I don't have any I need more computer cases is my main problem. I got tons of boards, tons of stuff. Really lack computer cases. Well, I didn't have to do much on this one. We'll switch to the other one. That's good that it works. I'm happy. Let's put you guys back up here carefully. My phone. Okay, so swap out to the next board. See how that goes. Also, I have to put a cooler on here since it works. I'm happy. Not too often I actually find one that still works, and it was covered in dirt. I'll just edit another video together and show the before and after pictures of this board. It was pretty dirty. But that's what you get for storing it in a barn, where most of my stuff ended up at. Wow, that's caked on there good. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I guess I can watch on my monitor. There we go, yeah. Okay. Carefully scrape some of this crap off here. I actually wish I had a plastic tool instead of metal. Let's see. Do I got anything in my stuff? Let's find a pry tool or something. No. Nothing. Well, just be careful with it. Just need a little bit of it off of there anyway. Actually, I'm glad this works. I have a few other MMX processors to test and see if they work or not. So that's cool. That is some hard thermal paste. Just use my nail, screw it a bit quicker. Yeah, that's some caked on stuff. In case you're wondering, I'm using alcohol to loosen up the grease. That'll probably be good enough for now. Let's see here. Here's my cooler, which I should really dust out. Where's my grease at? Thermal grease. Where are you? There it is. Gosh, this bench is a mess. I really need to do something about it. I've said that many times before, though. Thermal grease. Upset the internet time. Put too much on there. This is very metallic-y thermal paste. I'm not sure I like that. Mix it up a little bit. Hopefully it's not conductive. I should try and see if that's conductive. Because if it is, I don't want to use it. I have other stuff. This is paste that when I ordered some CPUs came with it. Meter. Anybody? No, not too many other comments. How many people are cruising on the live stream right now? Where does it show it at? Oh, my computer doesn't tell me. How many we got still going here? A couple people. Well, I appreciate it anyways. Let's see if this is got any connection. But yeah, I guess seems alright. If I go on here, there'll be ohms, but it doesn't appear to be conductive unless they like touch the die. But yeah, I think that'll be fine. Just worried me how silver it looked. Alright. Let's get this puppy on there. Obviously I'm not testing the other one yet, but I wanted to put this on here. Of course if I do that, then I can't test those other CPUs. Well, I'll leave that for now. Unless nobody wants to see CPU testing, that's fine. If you do, I will do that. Set that to the side. This one, I really don't know what to use, and memory wise, this is probably too old, I don't know. This is a slot processor type. Should probably bend some of these pins before hooking it up. Since they're all bent, I don't think they're touching each other though. Yeah, this board is so crusty. I couldn't tell that before I cleaned it. So this one's probably going to have an issue. If it works, I'll be amazed actually. Might have to take vinegar to it to clean it up. It is pretty crusty looking. Okay. This way, although this one's I don't know if this power supply is right for this one. I may have to get a regular ATX one, and I have one in the other room. I think I'm going to do that, because I don't think this one, it could work, but it may not be right. We'll grab the other supply quick. Be right back. Alright, now I'm back. Slightly less dirty power supply. Man, that thing's dusty. I'm gonna have to open that up and do a video on it. Just cleaning it. Alright, normal power supply. Okay. Stick the card in. Processor. Do not know if this will work. I may have to dig out an even older Pentium. This is a, what was this one? 200 Celeron. So let's see if I can get it to fit in here. There we go. That is locked in good. Ain't going nowhere. Nice, beautiful, big heatsink on this one. Memory. Let's see. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Again, this one will probably not work. But I said that about the other one. So, if I can get this in there, right? See, there's some horsehair in there yet. Oh, that's crunchy. Probably should have deoxidated these first. Yeah, that's going to be probably one of those pins to get it to go. Sorry about my headshotting here. This is a live stream. It's not going to be very professional, let's put it that way. Alright. Where to throw it? Plug in again. Oh crap, this one needs a video card. And it's a PCI only video card. Let me go grab one of those. Some pump noise. Because the dishes are washing right now. Let's see here. Video card. What do I got for PCI? Dig for PCI card. I got tons of parts. Just gotta find a card. Wish those worked. Yeah, this one will work. Alright, we found a PCI video card. So, 4 megabyte little 3D video card. Not a whole lot of memory. Creative Technology type video card. It works. Not sure what these are for. Probably more memory. Could have had an expandable memory card on here, it looks like. But it will do what I need to do and test the video output. And we're getting closer to test it. Plug her in. Hopefully not electrocute myself in the process. Okay. Plugged in. know which terminal it is. It could be this front bit here too, actually. Oh, it actually said, okay, there we go. Power. Well, I don't like the memory probably, but it is sort of functional. So I'll have to try some different memory sticks maybe. Well, it's more than I thought would happen. Cool. Or, you know, sometimes these new videos aren't plugged in or not. Let's just really quickly plug the video in. Am I talking loud enough? Is anybody actually hearing what I'm saying? I don't really know. I hope I'm doing this with some tolerable stuff. Let's see here. Let's try it with a monitor plugged in. Some computers could detect if your monitor was unplugged, but I don't know. We're just guessing. We're just playing. Kind of wish my dad wouldn't have took and gutted all the computer cases and left all these in the cases. Anyways, he was just in a scrap mood. Scrap it all out. Didn't need them. Okay, so it's probably not the video card. Just thought I'd try. Does shut off. Let's try some different memory since it's not probably happy with these chips. I'm not sure what this one needs. There's many different designs. There's EDO memory and non-EDO and all kinds of different things. But I do have other chips here, so we'll try some different ones. This don't look very helpful. Man, that is dirty. That ain't gonna work. Why do I even have that chip? Let's try one 8 meg chip, but usually you gotta have pairs on these. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm gonna grab a few more memory chips. Hold on. This is a very professional video. Okay, I'm back. It's possible that it doesn't like this processor too, I'm not sure, but it seems to be doing postcodes, so it must like it. Which a 200 meg thing would be pretty good in this thing. These are little 8 megabyte. It still has the sticker on it. $100 for 8 megabytes of RAM. Oh, how we've gone so far. You know, so you had $200 just for 16 megs of RAM. Not sure what that amounts to nowadays and what year these exactly were, but yeah, early computing was not cheap. Definitely cost quite a bit. Now you can buy a $300 computer and it works pretty good. Will it like that memory? Yes, it will. Alright, getting somewhere. And that's actually kind of a cool screen. I wish I could have showed you that. Oh, it's a Gateway 2000 board. Okay. This is not a Dell board. Let me pull this down again. Let me show you guys. OS load in progress. There's no OS, guys. I am excited that this thing is functional. I didn't think it was going to be. Let's shut it off and reboot it again so you can see some of this. Sorry about the refresh rate, but that's what it's going to be. The graphics controller is kind of a neat little boot screen. Zoom Extreme. Gateway 2000. Pentium 2 266. With MMX, huh? I don't know that that's right. Thought that one said it was a Celeron. Well, I guess I was completely wrong on this live stream. I was thinking these boards weren't going to work because I've had such bad luck with taking crap out of the storage. And dirty and dusty and gross. And this one is going to function. And it's kind of cool that it came out of a Gateway. Now I know what to label it as. I actually kind of know what tower that would have been out of something like this one right here. That would have been out of something like this. We had a few of those computers too. Kind of had a case for it now because it works. Yeah, and this screen has gotten kind of blue. The cable one has gotten very flaky on me, and one of the pins don't make contact, so you can get it white if you hold it just right. What else is there to do on this stream? This went a lot easier. Well, I have another thing we clean up a little bit together. This thing's a lot of little fun. Little Vox clock. It actually will tell you the time every hour and stuff. And if you want to know the time, just push the button and it'll tell you. Just a little digital clock. Little talking clock. Tandy Corporation, Radio Shack stuff. This thing's pretty cool. Very wood grainy. I like it. Used to keep it in my shop, so it kind of got dirty. So when I work out there, it would beep the hour and tell me the time. I don't know. It's already gone 30 minutes. What else do we got to talk about and do on this channel? I'd like to set these up in something, or maybe I don't know. Should I try to figure out how to make a computer case and build something funny? I like doing stuff like that too, but I don't know. If anybody knows where I can get computer cases that aren't too crazy expensive, because I had this thing shoved in here. It's kind of a project too. I don't know. It's a mess. I don't even remember where it was in that. We do need to work on this computer though and pull it apart and clean it. I don't know that I need to do that in this live stream. Just warming up a little bit. Not really. I don't want to touch it because those can be live. These can be live with electricity, one or the other. So don't poke your fingers inside power supplies when they're on. There's supposed to be a fan here. The rubber things fell off, and I think it just kind of fell off. But anyway. I don't know. I'm getting kind of lost here in this live stream. I don't know. If I don't think of anything else, I may end it. Because it's not super late, but I don't know. What time is it now? Of course, my watch never wants to show me the time. There we go, 8 o'clock. Okay, 8 o'clock here. Yeah, this is cool. I'll have to do a little bit more in-depth testing with the hard drive. See if it's actually a stable processor combination. Repair some of the pins. Should definitely recap these things. I mean, these are, I don't know if I can zoom in on live stream. There we go. There's a lot of crust on these. This is where the clock battery should be. So is that part of the whole clock circuit? Maybe. It's got a little bit of corrosion going on this one, but it is functioning, so maybe I'll just have to... Oh yeah, I guess I could do that, huh? Okay, let me hook up a keyboard. See what the Gateway BIOS looks like. I'll put you guys back up here for a second. Let's see here. Keyboard. Don't really need a mouse yet. This is such a mess. I'm really not liking this mess. Let's see here. Okay, keyboard is plugged in and armed. Let's take you back off here so you can see what happens. Shut it off. We'll just see what button combination to do. That reminds me, almost like an arcade or something. That's really cool. What is it? F1? Entering setup. Floppy drive failure. Yes, because it's not plugged in. F1 for setup. That's what I wanted in the first place. There we go. All right, simple, basic BIOS. Kind of similar to the Dell setup. Nothing special. Yeah, Pentium 2, 266. Honestly, not bad. This thing would be a pretty good Windows 98 machine. Yeah, or 2000. You could do that. XP would be pushing it a little bit, though. Yeah, there's really not much to say in here. But I would like to set this up with a hard drive and run it through its paces a little bit. But not on this stream. That'll take a while to do that. And then you gotta install something on it. I don't have a... What I need is a SD card set up so I can just boot them with Windows 98. And I kind of have some of that stuff, but not readily available right now. Oh yeah, the red is not there or whatever. Colors are not there. There we go. That would help. Yeah, just reboot again. Really dig the boot screen here. Yeah, not much to do, otherwise you don't have a hard drive in it. You can't do anything with it. Yeah, so we're just going to shut her down and label this stuff as good stuff. And, of course I just didn't, there we go, shut her off. Okay, well, what else? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else ready. That's what I was planning to do, was just this little bit of testing. I guess we kind of need to pull apart that case. This metal, I'll have to do a lot of that. That's a long process of cleaning the all that rust on this. I mean, it's just the RF shield mainly that they have it on the case. I may just, I don't know, if it does clean up really good with like vinegar, I'll leave it. If not, might just scrap that piece. Doesn't really need it. Oh, I guess I could set this one up and we could do some CPU testing if you want. Because I got some MMX chips to test on here. Maybe, I don't know. Guess I can't do everything in this one video. Anybody interested in laptop videos? I got a ton of laptops that, I mean, a lot of them work. I also have, like, I guess in the bottom of those totes there, it's full of laptops. I hoard laptops for some reason. I can't resist. They're usually cheap. That blue thing there, I have. Well, I actually have two of them. Two of these Macs here that need the shell inside replaced. I ordered from. I don't know. It took forever to get, but I think it's MacFX. I'm not sure. That they made a batch of injection molding to repair these, so that'll be a video one day. That's a big project. I really need to have a perfectly clean bench for that. It's a mess over there too, but that's my editing station. Ignore everything right now. It's just, this whole room's a disaster. I need to work on it. I have my nice little iPod Apple computer shrine. I don't know what you could call it. All the colors of the Nanos. Anyway, yeah, I guess there isn't too much more to really do on this stream. I'm gonna call it quits for now and just kind of finish things up for the night. I appreciate people viewing and chiming in on my channel. Yeah, I think we should. Because otherwise, I got to set something else. You know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling in the mood to mess with that other board and the CPUs. Let's screw around with that for a bit. I don't got anything else going on. Wife is working and baby's a sitter, so I'm free to do what I want to do. So let's move this stuff back off. Swap it out with that other power supply again. I really need to figure out what to put this in. Maybe I'll look for a case, a Gateway 2000 case or something to put it in. That would be kind of something fun. So, bundle that up. That is a working board. That's pretty cool. I got way too much stuff everywhere. That is going to be my next thing I do this winter, is seriously organize my downstairs workspace so I can make better videos for you guys, because this is a mess. Alright, let's grab this board again. And I need the power supply that worked for it. That is an absolute mess, and I really am going to clean this, because it's just awful even having it in the basement. Ugh. It's dirty. That computer. Maybe I should have just tested those CPUs right away. Such a weird plug-in not to have this extra. It must be you need it for power lines for the CPU or something. Excuse me. Alright. Keyboard. I did not have a keyboard hooked up to this one last time. Power brick. Power brick engaged. Monitor engaged. Plug-in engaged. Monitor, whatever you want to call it. Postcard. Okay, this one should just turn back on. Hopefully, I don't know what pins it was. Oh man, which one did it was? Turned it on. There it is. Just a quick test. Still boots. It is a Dell, which obviously it's a Dell right there. Okay. So let's get my other processors out and give them a test quick. Let's leave that out for now. Should get me a wireless microphone so that I get better audio in my videos. That would probably be helpful too, huh? Alright, let's see here. These are the ones I have, which this one is pretty crusty. It has a lot of corrosion on it. I don't know the history on these. Yeah, you can see it here too. Hopefully see it anyway. Let's just plop it in and see if it works. It might not. I don't know. Okay, that is a nice tight socket. I like it. Oh yeah, helps if you plug it in. Oh my goodness. There we go. I think it might work. Oh yeah, look at that. You can't see the monitor, but it does post. Codes and keyboard detected. One setup, maybe. There it goes. Typical Dell setup. Let's see here. Grab you guys again here. And yeah, this is a Dell. They kept that BIOS forever. Cool. I can mark that as a working processor. I don't know what speed it is. Does it say CPU speed 233? Okay, it may just be set to that, and they all might just run at the same speed here. I think there's jumpers up here that would set different clock speeds. It's a lot easier to keep you guys up in the tripod, but then you can't see the monitor. Let's swap it out quick with another one. This is a good one. Wasn't sure if it would be. The computer I had a while back when I was doing these would not work with the MMX no matter how I set the jumpers. And I tried and I tried, and the weird thing is it had it, and I know it worked, but I never could get it to work. So I had to go to the old style Pentiums, and it was fine. Power. Okay. Power applied. Running. Yeah, I figured that would work fine. Dirty, crusty keyboard here. 166, so they are differently clocked. Okay. Good to know. I should label them, I guess. This one is a working 166. Maybe that's why I had such a tough time. You just can't tell on them. They don't really label it that good. So, another working one. What did I say the other one was? Anybody paying attention? I don't remember what I said the other one was. 266, I think, or something. Oh, well. Well, I don't think this will work. It's probably not good to put a AMD in here. I think they're different voltages, but we'll try it really quick. I gotta find the right way to plug it in. This is a bent pin. I think it's the same socket. I might have a bent pin on that thing. There we go. Okay. Apply power. Is it going to be powered up right away? It does not like it. That's what I thought. It wouldn't like it. There's special connectors or whatever. But we kind of neat if that AMD would have worked in a board like this, but it's just meant for Pentiums. And again, there might be. Does it say anything on the board? No, I would have to look up a manual for this thing. But I'm guessing there should be something that would be. Yeah, there should be some sort of setting to change for that. Alright, well, I still don't have a board that this AMD would even work in. Probably shouldn't use a screwdriver to pull them out, but I'm only doing this one hand, so I have to do something. There we go. Maybe one day I'll find a board that works in. An AMD K6 2. Come on, phone, you can do it. Not really sure on the speed. It says 475, but that, whatever. Only guessing. Okay, let's see what the one this had in it, what speed that was. Since I don't think I made it that far. And then we'll probably just call this quits, because this is getting long. Okay, that is booted. Well, it was for a second. There we go. Not sure why it reset. 32 megabytes with one stick. Go into the BIOS. Okay, the one that was in it is a 200. Okay, well, I may use that other one that was crusty. I don't know. Being so crusty, though, would it be reliable? That would be a test, I suppose. But so this is a 200. See if I can carefully write something on there. Try to keep track of all this so that I actually can look back at it. Okay, that's a 200. The other one was a 166, I believe. This is so hard to do one-handed. This is live streaming with a phone is not the best option, honestly. I think I would have to figure out how some of the other people set up cameras and use the computer, I suppose, and maybe the view would be better than just using a phone. So let's put this one. This was the 166, I think it said. We'll try it quick. Turned on right away this time. Wish it said the speed when you turn it on. It does not on this particular boot screen. Why would the memory size decrease? That doesn't make any sense. How would you know? This one says 200. Okay. Unless somehow the jumpers change or something. We'll mark that one as a 200 also. Shut it off. I thought the crusty one was a faster speed, and if it is, we'll just leave it with that. Because, you know what? Faster processors get a little boost out of the speed. In goes the crusty one. This one is pretty crusty, but the pins must be still good. I don't remember where I found this one. In a bad junk computer maybe or something. I might have robbed it from something. But yeah, that's pretty looking. Phone does not like do anything, but it did work. So let's give it another try. I think this one was the fast one. Just plug it back in. Turned on right away. See, this boot screen is so boring. It's plain. Losing keyboard. Stay up there. There we go. No, it says 200. I wonder why I got that faster speed that one time. I'll have to look back on the video. I'm pretty sure I said it's 266. Now they're all showing 200. Interesting. Well, in any case, 200 is plenty, I guess. Not as fast as that other gateway board. Let's stick in the cache chip here. I don't think that really makes much difference on the booting, but maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Maybe we'll have an issue booting with this chip in. There we go. Power apply it again. Doesn't say anything different really. It was out of a Dell Dimension 200, so I guess it's set for 200 megahertz. Come on, you can do it. What are you waiting for? Doesn't like the cache chip or what? Oh, that's odd. That shouldn't really be anything odd. All I did was put this in, and it's stuck. Let's pull that back out. Suppose I should really put the processor with the grease on there, I guess, since I was thinking that was a faster one, but it's not. This is really hard to do one-handed and live stream at the same time. Need a better setup, like a tripod maybe. Oops, there we go. I thought I pulled something else out. Let's turn it back on. Make sure it gets past that screen. I need to make a little switch. Push button switch. The Dell logo is there, and then it's not. Okay, so I didn't like the cache chip. And I think I got another one. Let's see. There's a pile of junk here. Memory. Oh, this one's worse shape than the other one. Jeez. It is actually a Dell one, though. Okay, hold on. I'm going to set you down kind of awkwardly here for a second. And use a little bit of deoxit on it. That way we can for sure make good contact. Because it is pretty crusty looking. Again, my stuff in storage is so messy and dirty, and I mean, you know, you get field dirt and animal dirt and everything else in that storage shed. Years and years ago, it used to be a horse barn. Not anymore. It's just clean storage now. But that stuff would always get kind of dirty. I think it might be alright. It's kind of crusty. Okay. There we go. Clean the contacts a little. See if this one is any better with being okay. Turn it back on here. Oh, I unplugged it. And booted. Is it going to make it past that? The cursor being kind of weird is different. Do get a Dell screen. It doesn't like the cache. I wonder how to make that work. Because it would help. I mean, I think that's what these are, cache chips. Somebody can enlighten me on that. Maybe it already has it on the board with these looking chips, possibly. Shouldn't run that too much. It's gonna get, yeah, it's pretty warm. I don't want to kill them. Let me set you guys back up quick. Might have to put some deoxit in the slot itself. Switch out this processor with the one I have lube on. Lube. Wow. It's getting late. The brain is elsewhere. Grease. Thermal compound. I'm not sure what to call it right now. I am getting tired. It's been a long day. Whoops. Sorry. That's the clamp for the phone. It's pretty spring-loaded. Alright. Let's finish this video up. Let's put the right one back in here. I know these all work. Put the greased one in. That way I can run it a little longer with an actual cooler. There we go. This thing's pretty dirty, but it'll work. I think it'll fit. Never been a fan of these weird clips, but hey, it works. There we go. That's a cute little cooler, isn't it? At least it'll still get warm because I'm not hooking up the fan yet. But I'll be able to run it a little bit longer. Man, that's got a bite to it. Kind of wish I had a better deoxit can right now, but this one is flat, so I put a hole in it. There's still plenty of fluid in it. Just take and clean this a little bit with some deoxit. That always fixes everything, right? Deoxit's some pretty awesome stuff. Let's see, I should use my magic eraser on these pins. They're kind of corroded. should be around here someplace. Of course, when you need something, it's never right there. Well, probably not gonna find what I need, am I? I wanted to sand the contacts down a little bit. And magic erasers work pretty good if you can find them when you need it. I have new ones, but I don't want to whip out a new one yet. Well, I guess we'll just make do with it the way it is. Use my screwdriver and clean it a little bit. I don't know. Almost do some washboard music here. This thing's so dirty. I can't imagine why it doesn't work. Should I use some deoxit just to clean all the dirt off? There we go. Why not? Should probably actually clean it with a proper soap and water, let it dry, all that good stuff like I did to these boards in the first place. This did not come out of this board. I don't know. It was stuff that we had laying around, I think. It is Dell branded. You'd think it would be the right part. Yeah, that's enough deoxit, alright? Just cover everything in deoxit. Then it'll work good. 100% working if you soak it in deoxit, right? That's what the internet would tell you. So, let's try it one more time. If not, then I'm just going to take and do this a couple times. It has one really stiff socket though. I like it. You want something that bites. That's a good one. Okay. Now, move these cords. I think I'm going to have to quit pretty quick. I am not enjoying sitting here that so long. Plug her back in. Are we going to get anything? I mean, obviously we get something. The cursor being off is weird. I don't know. I don't think it's going to with that chip. So, well, maybe I don't need it. Anybody out there actually has any ideas on that, you can definitely chime in. Because I will post this video on my page. People can watch back too that didn't join in on the live stream. And it's already been an hour. I think that's probably long enough, guys. Gals, whoever's been tuning in. Yeah, it's just not going to make it past that page with that chip in it. So, this one may not need a cache chip, even though it has that spot for it. Or maybe there's a jumper I don't know about. I don't know these boards. I gotta set it down again. Sorry. That is one stubborn socket, man. Let's turn it back on without it. It should be fine. Yeah, see the cursor's over here without that cache chip. So I don't know what has got going on with that. And it'll make it past. Okay, well, I tested a few CPUs. We tested boards that were soaked in dirt, and I cleaned them that last video I did. I actually cleaned these up in the sink upstairs, and that was some gross water, I tell you what. But hey, cleaning them is worth it, I guess, so it will live longer. If I had a serious place to put this computer, I would probably recap it and fix that corrosion on the backside. If anybody out there is messing with old computers and stuff, get yourself a postcode card. They're not that expensive. They're all over the place. You can just search eBay or Amazon or wherever you get stuff. They're really helpful. They'll tell you things like voltages and reset lines and just give you codes, which I don't have a manual, so I usually have to just search up the codes if there's fault codes. And then there's different things you can do with them, but they're really handy. They help you see if there's anything going on with the computer at all, if you can't get video, or if there's no processor activity, the display will just have dashes on it. So things like that. It's all really helpful information. And it's really helped me get some of these computers going when you got that kind of stuff. So, all right, guys, I'm tired. It's ready. I'm time for bed. Let's see. I'm not even talking right now. It is time for bed for me. It's been a long work day, and I only get so many hours a night to tinker in the basement. I appreciate a lot of people, and I don't know where this channel is going to go, but if it keeps growing, I'm willing to keep making more videos and maybe do more live streams. And if anybody likes more down dirty live stream videos like this, I can figure out a better way to do my camera the other way, so it's not just using a phone. I'm not sure how to do that yet. I suppose hook it up through a computer and do a live stream that way, maybe. Yeah, for now, I'm just gonna say goodnight, and I will try to. Well, I do have another video, I guess, that I just finished up before this, and I will post that one on Monday, like I have been doing, as long as everything works out. I'm trying Mondays. Yeah, I got a lot of mess to clean up now. This thing's just crap and dirt all over my desk. I need to take this outside with the air compressor and blow the dirt out and take this cover off too. Get it cleaned up. Inspect the caps, that kind of good stuff. But it appears to work well, and works with. I only have one of these power supplies that I know of. They're kind of hard to find with that weird plug-in, and Dell specific to Dell board. So it needs to go back in that other case, because that's a working computer that actually is better than that one that I'm messing with. So I plan on getting this one all put together and fixed up. I don't know if I'll do a live stream on that or not, tearing it down, and maybe I'll just tear it down, clean it, and put it together, and we'll set up a Windows 98 install. I don't know if that's boring to people or not, but we can do that. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Till next time, I'll try to do more of this, maybe, if anybody's interested. Also, thanks for 100 subscribers and plus more that might be showing up. If you're new to all this, you just want to watch computer stuff. I got mostly computer stuff. I don't know. I could get into my game stuff, but that stuff all seems to work. I just like seeing if I can make any of my other junk work. And some stuff I find in the dump. Like I found something today pretty cool. An old film projector of some sort. That's going to be a video at some point. Tearing into that and seeing if it works. Probably don't have any film for it, but it looks cool, so I'm going to show it. That'll be another video. Okay, I gotta quit. I just gotta shut this down. Anyway, good night, people. See you later.